Let me just say this up front, because too many people dance around it. When you hear the phrase reverse type 2 diabetes, it feels like one of those promises that sounds too good to be true, right? It sounds like it belongs in an infomercial at 2 a.m. Or it sounds like some imaginary stuff. But when you talk to real people, look at science, talk to doctors, and listen to those living this journey, something becomes very clear. Blood sugar can come down. Insulin resistance can improve. A1C can drop. And your body can absolutely find its way back to the balance that it had before when you give it the right support and the right environment. Now, does reversal happen overnight? Absolutely not. Does it require intention, lifestyle changes, patience, and consistency? Yes, it does. But is it possible for people, especially in those early years of diagnosis? 100%. And today I'm going to walk you through the natural tools, the foods, the habits, and the truth behind what type 2 diabetes reversal really means, so you can understand exactly what your body is capable of. Are you ready for it? And stay with me though, because later in this video, I'm going to share the one thing that almost everyone gets wrong when they're trying to lower their blood sugar. I'm also going to tell you about the food combination. Yeah. That secretly sabotages your progress, even if you're eating healthy. And at the end, I'm going to share a free gift that every newly diagnosed diabetic person deserves to have in their hands on day one. Let's get right into it and start with the myth that drives me crazy. People think that diabetes is all about sugar. And yes, sugar plays a huge role. I'm not going to deny that. But the real villain here is insulin resistance. That's the part that nobody talks about. Your body is producing insulin, sometimes even more than enough, but your cells aren't getting the memo. It's like the doorbell is ringing, but nobody's getting up to open the door. That's how I explain it. And when insulin can't do its job, blood sugar stays high. Well, here's the good news. Insulin resistance is not a fixed trait. It's not a prison sentence. It's a condition that your body can improve on. And the first step in moving toward reversal is helping your cells become more responsive again. And that starts with food, but not in the eat everything you love type of way. No, I'm talking about foods that work with your body, not against it. Foods that don't smack your blood sugar upside down and leave it climbing for hours. Foods that digest slowly, give you energy, and send a message to your pancreas that says, relax, we got this. Those foods are low-glycemic, high-fiber, plant-forward foods that stabilize blood sugar. I'm talking about things like leafy vegetables, berries, avocados, chia seeds, lentils, okra, and sweet potatoes. These aren't just healthy, they physically slow down how fast glucose enters your bloodstream. They soften the impact. They create a smoother rise and fall instead of that sharp spike and crash. And here's a pro tip. Many of these foods, when paired together, can give a greater impact, but you have to know which ones to pair together. I recorded a video talking about just that. So check out my playlist, my diabetes playlist, to watch them so that you can be more informed. And here's something most people don't realize. When you consistently eat low glycemic foods, your insulin response gets calmer. Your cells start to listen better. Your pancreas gets a break. Reversal doesn't start with perfection. It starts with lowering the pressure that your body is going through day after day. Now, I want to talk about something that's even more important than what you eat, and that's when you eat. Timing does matter. Eating your biggest meal late at night when your hormones are in rest mode That makes blood sugar run higher for hours. Eating consistently throughout the day, giving your body predictable rhythms, helps with glucose control more than people could ever realize or imagine. And yes, something as simple as taking a 10-minute walk after a meal can lower your blood sugar significantly too, because your muscles start vacuuming glucose straight out of your bloodstream. Sometimes the answer is not as complicated as you may think. So you always remember that. Now, let's get into the natural support side of things. The herbs and nutrients that many people use to help balance their blood sugar. This is where things like cinnamon, bitter melon, and berberine come in. They don't replace medication, but they can support your body's natural ability to regulate glucose so that soon you can come off of the medication. Yes, the key word is regulate. And your body, oh, it's so smart. It wants to heal. It wants balance. You just have to give it the right tools. But let me tell you something important. This is where so many people mess up. They're eating the right foods, the healthy foods. They're taking the right supplements. But when they turn around and mix the wrong things together in a way that spikes them anyways, and this is what I was talking about before. Let me give you an example. Fruit on an empty stomach isn't the same as fruit paired with protein or healthy fat. A green apple, for example, that alone hits differently than a green apple with a handful of almonds. The combination matters. Balance matters. It's like chemistry. And your body feels the difference immediately. Now, I told you earlier that I'd share the one thing that people get wrong when trying to reverse type 2 diabetes. Here it is. They think it's about cutting carbs. But that is not the right way to go about it. Your body needs carbs. So it's about choosing the carbs that your body can actually use without going into chaos mode. The world has tricked us into believing that carbs are the enemy. No, they're not. Unbalanced carbs are the enemy. When you put the right foods together, your blood sugar responds beautifully. And when your blood sugar responds beautifully, your insulin resistance improves over time if you continue doing this. That's literally the foundation of reversal in a nutshell. Now, before I wrap up, I want to be honest and gentle with you. Reversal looks different for everybody. For some, it means getting blood sugar back into normal ranges without medication. For others, it means reducing medications. And for others, it means stopping the damage that diabetes causes over time. All of these are victories, even if it's a small victory. All of these are reversal in a sense. So don't let anyone minimize your progress, because once it's progress, it's a good thing. And I created something powerful to support you on this journey. It's my diabetic comeback system. And another one is how to conquer sticky blood syndrome. 2 digital guides designed to help you lower your blood sugar naturally. Understand what your numbers actually mean and build a lifestyle that works for you. Inside the bundle, I also give you a tracker, checklist, and diabetic-friendly recipes. You will get straightforward, doable, and practical strategies that you can start using immediately. Now, before you go, I want to leave you with a gift because nobody should face diabetes alone. Nobody. So I created a free ebook called What to Do the First 30 Days After Being Diagnosed with Type 2 Diabetes. If you or someone you love is at the beginning of this journey, this free guide will walk you or them through the exact steps that matter most in that first month. I made it because I wish someone had done it sooner. Grab all 3 of these digital products that I mentioned from the link in the description below if you want to start your healing the right way. And please make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because the next video will break down what happens when you take insulin for type 2 diabetes. And trust me, that video will answer so many questions that questions people are too afraid to ask, maybe including you. Stay encouraged though, stay hopeful, and remember, your body is not working against you. It's trying to heal. You just have to meet it halfway. See you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.